1 year since Grand Rapids' deadliest day.
On July 7, 2011, Roger Dantzler went on a shooting rampage, killing his wife, Jennifer Herron, his daughter, Camry Herron, and Jennifer's parents, Rebecca and Thomas Herron. He also killed his ex-girlfriend, Kimberly Empkins, and her sister, Amanda, and Amanda's daughter, Marissa.
He then led police on a chase throughout downtown Grand Rapids and along highways before taking hostages and eventually killing himself.
24-Hour News 8's Danny Carlson sat down with Mayor George Heartwell about how the incident left a lasting impression on the Grand Rapids community.
Yeah, I'm Danny Carlson. I was part of the live coverage of Roger Dantzler's rampage last year. And so today we wanted to speak with Mayor George Heartwell just to see how the city has handled, how the city has survived through this past year.
Well, you know, amidst all of the horror of it, and that of course all gets revisited now a year later as we see the images, and it recalls the feelings that we had at the time. You know, I want to point to the acts of heroism on the part of our Grand Rapids police officers. Amazing things they did that literally saved lives during that incident. I want to remember the compassion of the people of our city, the outpouring of love and concern for the families that were involved in this awful thing. This happened here. But it doesn't define us. It's not who we are as a people in this city and in this part of the state. Are we different? I think somehow we are. I mean, it took some of the perhaps naivete out of those of us who are wildly optimistic. On the other hand, it was a powerful reminder of the goodness that exists here in this part of our state.
Do you think people who weren't directly involved, I mean, I know you said it takes a little bit of the naivete out of it. I mean, do you feel people who weren't directly involved might still kind of be falling back into that naivete?
Well, I don't know. I say, I think of myself. I use myself as an example. I'm an incurable optimist. I look at the world, perhaps some might say, through rose-colored glasses. I want to see the best in everybody and in everything. And when an incident like this happens, as vicious, as brutal, as ugly as it was, it cracks the surface of that optimism. But more than optimism, I'm a person of hope, and I think we're a community of hope. We look to a future that's a better future than our past.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Mayor George Heartwell. Mayor Heartwell talking with us on the 1-year anniversary of Roger Dantzler's rampage in Grand Rapids. In Grand Rapids tonight, Danny Carlson, 24-Hour News 8.